Good afternoon, welcome to the Midday Mull for Tuesday the 22nd of December. In John chapter 12 there's an interesting verse 37. It says, even after Jesus had performed so many signs in their presence, they still would not believe in him. They'd seen the signs, they'd seen the healings, they'd eaten the bread, all of these things had happened, and yet we're told they still would not believe in him. And sometimes today we think, if only there were miracles and signs and healings and wonders, then everyone would believe. Fact is, no, they wouldn't all believe. Even when they saw Jesus, they didn't believe. Signs might nudge people, they might help, but we believe in the truth of the gospel, and it's the truth that has to arrest us. And over 30 years, the truth will grow, whereas the memory of the sign or the wonder will diminish and will be forgotten and will be questioned. So signs are there to point us to the truth, but it is the truth that will grab us. And then a little later in verse 42, John writes, yet at the same time many, even among the leaders, believed in him, but because of the Pharisees, they would not openly acknowledge their faith, for fear they would be put out of the synagogues, for they loved human praise more than praise from God. And so even when we're confronted with the truth and we see the truth, we are still living in a world, and there are still all of the social pressures and the ideas of society and the people around about us that are going to bring pressure to bear and influence us as well. And so as we share the gospel, we need to remember that there are all of these things which will impact on a person's response. And we can never do anything that will force a person to believe. And what we have to do is we just have to pray that God would work in them to help them overcome the skepticism, help them to grasp the truth, and help them to be prepared to live out the truth despite the pressures of the world around them. And so be encouraged as you pray for people who don't believe, friends and family members who have questions and doubts. It happened with Jesus. It will happen with us as we share the gospel. If people saw Jesus' signs and didn't believe, or sort of believed but were pressured not to follow him, we mustn't expect that people treat us and respond to what we say any differently. So all that we can do is to keep holding on to the truth, keep living out the truth, and keep praying that the truth would change them. Jesus says, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. We pray that that will be true. So may you know the truth. May you be ever more sure and firm in your knowledge and grasp of the truth. And in doing that, may you be blessed.